New videos every day.
Life, wisdom.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Jeff Echols again. Nice to see you again. And we have a new girl with us today, Mackenzie, and she's part of the staff. And we've also got an old favorite amongst many of you, Miss Karina, today. And at the time that we're going to shoot this video, at the time we're shooting it now, we're nearing upon the holidays. So I thought it might be a good idea to talk a little bit about digestion. So we're going to talk a little bit about digestion, how it works, and then later we're going to show you a little bit on an adjustment that we can do to actually help with digestive issues and how that kind of works. So Karina, do you happen to know where digestion starts?
In your mouth?
In the mouth, exactly. So one of the things that I see people doing when we go to the restaurant is they're sitting over their food and they're actually just kind of woofing it down. I don't think, it's like my dog, they don't even swallow it. I mean, they don't even chew it. They just kind of put it in their mouth and swallow it. Digestion actually takes place in the mouth and starts there. And it's very important because when you're chewing that food, you're breaking it down and your actual saliva is tagging those different particles and letting them know so that when it gets down to the stomach, what it is. Is it a fat? Is it a protein? Is it a carbohydrate? What is it we need to be doing with this thing? So chewing is very important. So, and also it's important to notice that eating is an activity that's best done when you're relaxed. It's what we call a parasympathetic activity. You don't want to be eating when you're playing soccer, and you don't want to be eating while you're out there running around and being stressed, because digestion is those are sympathetic activities. We want to get into a parasympathetic mode where we can relax. And I think that's why prayer is such a great idea before meals, because it puts us into a sympathetic mode. Even if you just take a moment to be thankful just before you eat for just a minute, it helps to calm our bodies down, put them into a parasympathetic mode where those digestive juices can start to take place. Another thing I see happen a lot when we're at the restaurants is that people will get a huge glass of water, and before the meal even gets here, they'll have it down, and then they'll ask for more water, and then they'll be drinking it down, washing the food down. That's really, really a bad idea. And the reason that is because our stomachs only have so much digestive juices within them to break down the food, and that's the purpose of those digestive enzymes, is to break down the food. So what happens to that stomach acid when you add a bunch of water to it? You obviously dilute it. So now the food can't be broken down properly, and that can lead to a whole host of problems with the digestion. So when I go out, I'll usually put a little lemon in the water that acts like a bitter to help give the digestion, let it know that, hey, something's fixing to come down, just a sip. And then you eat your meal slowly and chewing till the food is pretty much a liquid, and then you swallow. That makes it a lot easier on your digestion. And then you don't want to follow your meal up with a bunch of water. You want those digestive enzymes as strong as they can be. And while we're talking about that, a lot of people who have heartburn and reflux and gas and bloating, and they'll take antacids for those kind of problems, their problem really is that they don't have enough stomach acid in their stomach to break the food down properly, so it starts to come back up. And then the little bit of acid that they do have in their stomach now hits the esophagus, and they start having heartburn and reflux. So a more natural approach than taking the little purple pills and things like that is to actually increase the stomach acid with natural digestive enzymes. And by doing that, you're doing two things. First of all, you're helping yourself break down those foods better so that you can digest them. And second of all, you're actually rehabilitating your body's ability to produce those stomach acids and get a lot better results with your digestion. Now, digestion, once it goes into the stomach area, the stomach's like a big mixer. It's adding a bunch of enzymes in there, hopefully, to digest that food, and then it's going to pass into the small intestine where most of the absorption takes place. Now, if we're eating foods that we're sensitive to, which a lot of people are sensitive to wheats and some dairies these days, we're going to have trouble digesting those foods. They're not going to be able to be absorbed into the body well. That means we don't get much nutritional value out of them. The other thing that happens is, and this is very unfortunate, oftentimes the stomach lining, the intestinal lining will actually erode, and it'll cause what we call leaky gut syndrome. And now we've got particles that don't belong in the bloodstream going through that gut lining and into the bloodstream and setting up autoimmune disorders like Hashimoto's disease, all kinds of different problems that can be systemic in nature. So the digestion is like one of your first pillars for health. You want to protect it and take care of it. Don't forget, one of the greatest ways to take care of yourself is, if you're having problems with gas or bloating or reflux, is get some good natural whole food digestive enzymes. Those will help you break down your food. Now I want to actually show you some adjustments that we're going to do today because the nervous system is what controls the stomach. And oftentimes if we have an interference somewhere in the spinal column, it can interfere with your body's ability to control the stomach and give it the proper signals that it needs. Oftentimes we see problems right here in the middle part of the back, and these nerves actually radiate out to the stomach and innervate those with the nerves from the spine. So if there's pressure on that nerve, that's going to decrease the amount of energy and intelligence across that nerve by at least 60%, which means your stomach is just not going to be able to function properly. I've had patients that say, as long as you adjust me there and you keep that well adjusted, I don't have heartburn. But as soon as it goes out of alignment, then I start to develop some problems there. So today I'll show you that adjustment and how we do it. Remember, these are just to be done by a professional. This is just for demonstration, so you'll get an idea that there is something that can be done about it. Okay, so here we are with Miss Karina, and I'm going to show you an adjustment that we can do to help adjust the vertebra that actually innervates the stomach, which is T6, the sixth thoracic vertebra. Now, here's T1, about right here. Here's about T12. So if we go down, right about this area. Now, is that tender at all there?
It is tender.
Okay, oftentimes people will have a little bit of tenderness right in this area. I don't know why T6 goes out so much. Maybe some of the other people out there in the audience know, but this one does seem to go out quite a bit. And oftentimes this vertebra will actually move forward toward the body. So we adjust it a little bit different than we would if it was just rotated or whatever. And we'll find that area where it's kind of, you'll be going down and you'll feel, and it'll actually kind of feel like there's a hole there, like the spine dips in. And that's where that vertebra has sunk forward. It's what we call an anteriority. It means it's gone anterior in the body. And the way we fix that is we're going to put our hand right underneath where that hole is. And Karina, I'm going to have you cross your arms like this, real tight, and you're going to keep that head tucked down, and we're going to just lean you back, breathe out for me all the way, and there we go. And there you go. She's got a big smile on her face.
Wow, that felt really good.
It feels good. And that's usually what they'll report, is that they'll get some pretty much immediate relief from that. So now her nerve supply to her stomach is actually improved. So you'll have better digestion, as well as her back will feel a lot better. So now we have Mackenzie here, and we're going to check to see if she's got any of those issues. Mackenzie, do you have any digestive issues that you know about? No, she says she's good. So this is the area, and is that tender at all right there? So she's got a little bit of a tenderness spot there too, a little bit of an anteriority. So we drop down one vertebra and put our hand here. Mackenzie, I'm going to have you wrap your arms around real tight, almost, just relax. Put like this. There you go. Good. Keep that head tucked down. Scoot up a little more for me. Good. And we're going to have you breathe out as you lean back, and just a little click. Atta girl. Whoa. You did that really good. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us here today. I hope this has been helpful. Hopefully you've got some tips and tricks on proper digestion. Mackenzie, you did an awesome job today. Thank you for being here today, and I hope that helps you. If I can be of any help to you, please don't hesitate to find me on the web at www.jeffechols.com. I am available for phone consultations. A lot of our fan base is from Europe and in Asia and all over, so you're welcome to call me at any time if I can be of help. So thank you. Until next time, bye-bye.